Hello everyone, Daisy here again with another Off the Board, the series that Crystal from Pineapple Paper started and a bunch of us YouTubers are playing along. At the beginning of the video you would have seen the layout that I am scraplifting. It's something that I've had pinned. It's by an amazing designer named Kristen. I can't say her last name. It starts with a G, but there'll be hopefully a link down below as long as I don't forget to do it. I have completely been admiring her work for a long time and have tons of her stuff on my Pinterest board. So this month I had Christy choose one for me and this is the one she picked. So I started out by using this stamp set from Scrapbook and Cards Today. It's from their spring of this year kit, and there was a little piece that's like a crosshatch or something, and so I stamped that on the background using some StazOn ink because I wanted to do some mixed media. That is one thing that Kristen, and I hope I'm saying her name right, does beautifully, uses bright colors and a lot of mixed media. So I did gesso this white cardstock before I started, and then I am using the purple, it's violet, and I'm also using the turquoise color burst powder from Ken Oliver, and this is an incredibly pigmented watercolor powder, and it is, I used a teeny tiny amount. This is actually my second try at this background. My first try I made a huge mess and had to change out the plastic background that I used, the white background on my desk, because it just went everywhere. So yeah, you just need a teeny tiny bit, so just so you know. I'm using the stencil for my stash and some Nouveau Glimmer paste, and it is a gorgeous plum color, and this stencil just has little stars, and so I'm going kind of around where my photo cluster is going to be. This is always my stressful part of mixed media, is when I have to kind of layer the stencil over another area that I just stenciled. It always like freaks me out that I'm going to smear the paste all over the place. So, but it works out fine. I did back the entire layout with that paper, the diagonal stripes, and that is from a Craftsmith, I believe. I got it from Michael's. It's a Hop iPad. And I gutted it and then just used it to back the layout. And then I just chose some random pieces of paper out of my stash. So I have one that's Amy Tangerine, one that I believe is Simple Stories, and then that background one is a crepe paper collection. And so I just picked some random strips and ripped them off, and I wanted the torn edge kind of showing, so I'm doing that here. And then these pictures are of my youngest daughter. She wanted me to take a picture of her the first day she wore a dress to school, and so the first three are pretty much the same picture, and then the last one she just like pulled out this weird face, and so I thought it was super cute to kind of do this film strip with. I'm layering up some Pretty Little Studio embellishments. I am totally in love with Pretty Little Studio. I have a lot of embellishments, and so I am trying to use some of them and not just hoard them, and they went perfectly with this color scheme. So I had a couple of flowers and some hearts, and I think a couple of stars as well. And digging for something here. Oh no, this is where I spilled my soda. Yes, I put down my ATG, it tipped over, and I spilled my soda all over the place, and so I'm trying to clean it up, and I'm sorry I didn't cut that out of the video. I totally forgot that I did that. So yeah, giant mess. I have crates on my desk and I couldn't move them, so I was doing my best to try to sop up all the soda. So Anyhow, I just layered up a couple of those tags there, and then I'm popping the title, which is Happy, up on some foam. And then on the opposite side, I put half of a large tag and put a little saying, I think it says love you. And I think I also popped that up on some foam. And I am just so in love with this, this layout. I think I might hang it on my wall. I do have a few like 12 by 12 frames that I got from Michael's, and I like to, you know, put layouts in them. And I think this one might go on the wall because I'm really, really in love with it. So thank you, Christy. You did a great job picking the layout and making me do it. So just sticking everything down. I am trying to pop them up on some foam, and then I'm going to pull out some sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps and add those all around too, because there just wasn't quite enough sparkle, right? So you can never have too much. So going for the sequins, I think that's what I'm doing. Oh, I was trying to decide about that one flower, and I think I chose not to do it. I'm looking for one more of the teal elements from Pretty Little Studio, because I took a big flower off, and so I want to add something a little bit smaller in its place. But if you haven't already started the YouTube Hop, you can find a list of the links down below. It will link you to the channel, not the specific video, of all of the people who are participating. We always are posting the last Wednesday of the month, so if you are looking or wondering when we're going to be having our next one, it's the last Wednesday of the month. And there are a lot of ladies participating, and I'm sorry I don't know all of the names of everybody who is participating this month. But yeah, check out the links down below, and go and give a little love to all of the people participating. We have a great time doing this, and this is a great way to use up stash items. So I know a lot of people are doing spending freezes. This is a great way to kind of use up some things from your stash, as well as stop hoarding the pins, right? Like, I pin everything on Pinterest, and then I very rarely go back to it. So this is a great way to kind of go through those pins that I have kind of hoarded and use them for kind of what I intended to use them for when I pinned them. So just finishing up adding some teal sequins here. I think I added some hot pink ones before, and then that's going to be the end of my layout. So I want to thank you so much for watching and supporting us, and don't forget to head on to the next video. I will see you again next time. Bye!